There's a couple of different forms of it. There's AIDP, which is acute, and there's CIDP, which is chronic, and I had the CIDP. The way that I got it is I had a vaccination, and the vaccination made an anomaly in my immune system and confused my body into attacking itself. So my body thinks that the nerve endings and the myelin sheath that surrounds my nerves is a foreign entity, and so my body's attacking it. I started losing function in my body. I started falling, losing balance, strength. I kept going to the ER. One time I went to the ER because I just couldn't get up anymore. Even the couches in my home were kind of a feat, you know what I mean? Just getting onto the couch, everything was in pain. There's I'd say 7 days there where I didn't sleep before I went to the hospital for the last time because I was just in excruciating back pain. It started my nerves just started firing and stuff. I couldn't find any relief, and I was just rocking myself. I just remember sobbing and just moaning and I thought if I rocked and I moaned enough that and if I got myself into a rhythm, eventually I would just pass out. And that's kind of how I made it through those nights. I would get maybe an hour of sleep a night. I gave up every single day. I just wanted the pain to be over. I wanted the embarrassment to be over. I did not want another nurse to wipe poop off of my butt. I was not about it anymore. Every day, I just wanted to go, or wanted it to be over, or whatever. I didn't want to die. I just wanted it to be over, the nightmare. My buddy Rorik used to tell me, if you give somebody anything, give them something to do. So when you're in that bed and you can't do nothing, and you're fighting depression and you're fighting giving up, moment to moment, the thing that I would recommend for you to do is pull out your phone and stay busy. Watch YouTube, keep positive, keep your mind out of bad places. When it comes time that you just want to be upset, or you just want to be, you want to go down into a depression, pull out your phone, look at YouTube, play some phone games. My phone was a huge thing for me because that was all I could do. Some of you may not be able to even move your hands, but I'll tell you what, they have these little things that, for the car, that you can clamp a little, arm onto the side of your bed, and it comes out, and it holds your phone for you, and you can take your hand and you can type in, YouTube, funny cat videos, or whatever. I mean, you could have your nurse come in, or your wife, or your significant other, or your husband, whatever, come in and set up a video for you and stuff. There's lots that you can do to stay out of those bad places in your mind, because when you get there, it's hard to get out of them. Don't give up hope. It's gonna get better. Everybody heals in time. And no matter how bad your case of autoimmune is, it will get better. And you will get most of your life back. And some of you may even get your whole life back if you're lucky. Not even if you're lucky. There's more than 70% of people who have GBS make it and get their whole life back. A 90 and above of CIDP, or not 90, 40 and above of CIDP get their whole life back. And if you're one, even if you're below the line of 40, you can still get most of your life back. It's not over. How many people get the opportunity in their life to almost die and lose everything and then come back? I think it was one of the greatest gifts that the Creator ever gave me was the ability to see life through dying eyes. And so I live my life fully now. I do what I want. I don't leave things for question. I love like I've never loved before. I share myself like I've never shared before. You know, PTSD ruined a lot of parts of my intimacy in my marriage, and not just physical intimacy, but being able to be there emotionally and stuff for my family and my kids and stuff, and CIDP gave that back to me. So there's a lot of great things that can come out of it, but you got to see it that way. You know, my kids were a big thing for me. That was another big thing for me. I wanted to someday be able to think about the things that you will do someday. Like, I had this video on my phone of me outside playing with my son, riding around the block. We just moved into our brand new home, and I got sick, just over a month later. And I watched that video probably 100 times a day because I could see myself back there again. If you're like me in that moment, you're gonna want to be the best version of yourself when you get out. CIDP and GBS is like the best and the worst thing that's ever happened to me, because before I suffered from PTSD, and the way that I got away from it was I sunk myself in my work and in my need for things, right? And to appear to be successful. And so when you pulled my work away from me and all I had was this hospital bed, it made me have to stop and run into all my shit that I've been carrying for years. And so GBS kind of set me free in a way, because now I live like I've never lived before. I do everything that I want to do, and I live with no regrets, because it's not guaranteed. The next day is not guaranteed. It will get better. 95% of cases in GPS get like I get. You get most of your body back. It gets normal again. So you'll have that second chance. You just need to not give up. When I got out, I just wanted to be the best version of myself. And that video on my phone of my son riding around the block on his little bike and stuff, and me riding around my scooter, and us being goofy and drinking Coronas outside with the street lights coming down, it just like helped me hold on to the person that I might be again someday, and even more.